So I just got out of watching Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And in a new series that I'm thinking about calling this, called Player Select, I play games and select movies, and I'm here to help you select what you should watch or play next. And honestly, first impressions, I mean, if you're just here to hear somebody say like, oh, how was it? Was it good? Was it bad? I mean, it was good. Great even. I mean, like, if you're a Sonic fan and you like the first two movies, you're gonna love this one. It even, like, if you're a hardcore Sonic fan, I'd say, you have to go watch this. Even if, like, you're a hardcore SA2 fan, you have to go watch this. Like, the music stings, like, the references, like, even, like, when I saw, like, a certain vehicle and, like, a Sonic was getting in that vehicle, I'm like, oh, they have to have this line in the movie. Like, they have to. And they did do that. Like, they knew what people wanted to see in this movie, and they brought it full force. And, like, honestly, like, it was just something that I think, like, anybody that, is a Sonic fan will enjoy. I mean, like, even if, like, you've never played, like, SA2, like, if you're, like, a newer Sonic fan, or, like, if you have, like, young children, they will like this. And it just opens, like, the gateway for them to be like, oh, man, like, learn more about the characters and do this and that. And it was, I think that if they don't make another Sonic movie, like another Sonic the Hedgehog movie, I think, like, even, like, the post-credit scene, is good enough, like, to end on. They did. And, like, I think this would be a good final movie. I mean, obviously, they're gonna make more, which I'm excited for, because, I mean, like, I'm sure this movie's gonna make a ton of money. But, like, let's get into, like, the nitty-gritty details. Spoiler alert, for anybody that's watching past the 2-minute mark of the video. First thing I want to mention, they have the Bio Lizard in this movie. Like, it's not, like, a big part. It's just, like, a little cameo, like, with, like, Shadow and Maria are watching, like, a little thing, like, when they're doing, like, a montage. Like, it shows, like, the Bio Lizard. And then I gotta talk about Shadow and Maria for a second. In, like, the original, like, SA2, Shadow the Hedgehog, like, Sonic Heroes, anything that talks about Sonic's backstory, we never really got a sense of relationship. We just knew that they had a relationship and that they were friends up on the Ark. And obviously, we could get, like, a sense, because, like, Shadow was pissed that, like, Gun came in and, like, killed, like, Maria, and, like, they were just trying to shut everything down, and Maria saved him. But we never really got a sense of, like, their friendship until Sonic X Shadow Generations, where it kind of fleshed out everything of Jared Robotnik and Maria and Shadow interacting with those two. Well, in this movie, it actually gives us a good montage of Shadow and Maria just hanging out, having fun, becoming friends, and showing why Shadow would come to resent resent humanity for, and especially Gun, for what they did. Obviously, like, we don't get, like, a whole, like, in, like, the movie, like, the Gun general, like, explains, like, oh yeah, it was just an accident of what happened, but honestly, we know that's not the case. So when it shows later on in the movie that it was Gun that came in and they decided to just, like, kill everybody that has ever had, like, anything to do with Project Shadow, like, I was sitting the whole movie, I was like, are they gonna show that they were gonna kill a child, that they literally killed a child? I mean, they didn't show it killing the child, but, like, they indirectly killed a child. Gerald Robotnik and, like, Jim Carrey playing Gerald Robotnik and Jim Carrey, like, and Ivo Robotnik in the movie was phenomenal casting. Like, I'm just glad they did, have Jim Carrey and Jim Carrey just playing, because, like, they do, like, so many, like, fun references with it, and they even, like, make a reference to it, like, they're like, it's like we're the same actor in the movie playing the same character, and they look directly at the screen, which I think is, like, brilliant. Keanu Reeves as Shadow, perfect casting. I mean, honestly, you can't get a better anti-hero for like a better person for like an anti-hero role. I mean, like we saw in John Wick that he does revenge stories very well, very well, and this is what this is. It's just a Shadow revenge story. Obviously, we know that Shadow isn't gonna, kill the Earth. I mean, we've all played the games. We've played the games. They did they have so many like musicals, like when Eggman's like he answers like his phone, like in his glove, and it gives like the opening sting of like the Eggman song of like I am the Eggman, I got the master plan. Like it plays the opening theme of that. We get so many like renditions of like Live and Learn. Like you get it like towards the beginning, towards the end. We actually do get it's in the credits, but like when they're going up on the bridge, like in the opening of SA2, where they cross like each other, we get that. It's in the end credits, but like it's still like something that like I saw and like I was just fanboying about. And Sonic's just like when Sonic's like no in-flight snacks or movies, I'm out of here, and it's just like I'm like oh my gosh, like I was gushing throughout this entire movie because like I am probably like I'm not gonna say I'm the biggest SA2 fan, but I believe SA2 is probably the best Sonic game that I've ever played. Like I'm not a hardcore Sonic fan. Like if a game comes out and it catches my attention, I'll play it. Like I didn't play Forces, I didn't play Frontiers, but like I just got back in with Sonic X Shadow Generations. Like I think the last game before that I played was probably, gosh, I want to say Lost World back in 2013, which I know is a long while. Like, I mean, like I consume Sonic content, but I don't really like play. Like, I'm not like a hardcore Sonic fan. But like SA2 to me is like the best Sonic game ever made. Now, granted, most of that was spending time in the Chow Garden, not in the actual game, but you gotta get those emblems. Speaking of which, the Chow Garden, like in this movie, like Sega, you know what we want. Like, if you want money, just release the mobile version of the Chow Garden. We'll pay. We will give you our money. Unless you're just allergic to money, you don't want it, that is fine. But we will pay you for the Chow. Like, just give it to us. Maybe not everybody, because I mean I know some people just like abusing the Chow, but just give it to us. Sonic, of course, always great in this movie. Knuckles, brilliant. Like the little motorcycle chase that they have in the beginning of the movie, like I saw that, I was like, man, they're giving Sonic Shadow his motorcycle, they're giving him the gun, he actually fires the gun. I just like, it's just like, it's not like it's not just like little like 1 second things and they just do this and they do that. They know exactly why we're here. And I think that it, like, just go see the movie. Like I have no words to describe. Just go see the movie. Like, I mean, if you're a SA2 fan, definitely go see this movie. Like, even if like you're not like a hardcore Sonic fan, but if you played SA2 or you like SA2, just go see the movie. If you like the other two movies, go see the movie. Like Sega, it just knows what we want. I don't think there's any doubt that video game movies are bad. I think people are just here. I think that we've all recognized that video game movies are something that we can trust. Well, actually, forgot Borderlands released this year. Most studios, I think video game movies are something we can now trust. Like we trust Sega, trust Nintendo. Like there are things that might be a little like iffy, but I mean no movie's gonna be perfect. Like there are some things that I'm just like, well, but like no movie's gonna be perfect. Some more heavy spoilers, so like just get back to past this. Like they're not, so like the setting of the movie, like if you're hoping that they have the Eclipse cannon in the movie and like it looks exactly like it does in the game, like we've all seen the trailers, it does not look like it is in the game. And they don't even, like, in the Eclipse cannon isn't even where Shadow was found or created. Like they talk about how he was found in a meteorite, so like if that's So like instead of like, oh yeah, so like I mean, if they come out later and be like, oh yeah, like and they decide to do something with Black Doom, and they're like, oh yeah, you know, like Black Doom sent the meteorite down to Earth or whatever. I mean, like that's something you can do, but like he wasn't created. He was like an alien life form, like Sonic and Tails, and then, like I like at one point like they look at like their gun comes in and he's like Tom, like where Tom, and they look down at Sonic, and then they're like aliens, and Sonic's like, hey, well yeah, we resent that, and he's like, well no, I guess we are from another planet, you know. No, that makes sense. Like continue on, which is I think is it's just tongue-in-cheek humor. The humor in this movie is it's great. I don't think that there was a moment in this movie to where I just wasn't smiling from ear to ear, like because it was just I've said it before, I'll say it again. I was gushing. There's so many references. Bottom line, if I had to rate the movie, because I know, like, you know, YouTubers do a rating system, so hey, why don't I give a shot at giving a rating system? Probably like 8 out of 10. There's a couple things here and there. You know, of course, like, you know, they got to do like the whole like, oh, we got to break up in the third act because, you know, we're having issues with each other and we don't believe, like, in like, I don't trust, like, you know, like, I need this, and like, but I can't let you have it, and then tells in the back, like, mom and dad, stop fighting, like, you know, like that kind of thing. And, you know, so, oh, they break up. Like, it's not really like a breakup, but it's like, someone's like, I need to do this, and Knuckles is like, no, you don't, you're consumed with anger right now, just relax. And, you know, they don't really have a fight, but it's just like, they're, you know, about to go at it, but, you know, it's just something, you know, yeah, you know, it didn't need to happen, but, you know, it did, and then, you know, but, yeah, 8 out of 10, solid movie, give it a watch. If you like the first two, give it a watch. If you liked, SA2, if give it a watch if you're a hardcore Sonic fan. If you've played SA2 or you're a hardcore Sonic fan, you probably already saw the first two. And, you know, I'm just glad that these movies continue to genuinely impress me, because like this movie just takes things from SA2 and SA1 and just does them better. And honestly, yeah, I mean, it needs to be it needs, like, give it your money. Like, don't, if you're thinking about, oh yeah, I'll watch it, but like I'm gonna pirate it or what, don't go selling on the seas. Just give them your money, because they do deserve it. They worked hard on this. And you'll enjoy all the references that this movie has to give you, because it's great. But I don't know how to edit videos, so signing off, I guess. But yeah, no, definitely go see it.